In the heart of a shadowed, emerald wilderness lived the most feared man in the forest, a hunter named Ratnakara. He lurked within the ancient vines and twisted roots, preying upon unsuspecting travelers to provide for his beloved family. His heart was as sharp as his blade, hardened by years of violence and the desperate need to survive. One afternoon, a radiant light pierced the canopy as the celestial sage Narada Muni wandered into the bandit's path. Ratnakara stepped forward with his weapon drawn, expecting gold and jewels. But he encountered only an unshakable peace. The sage looked upon the thief with eyes full of infinite compassion and asked if those he loved would truly share the heavy burden of his many sins. Confident in his family's loyalty, Ratnakara hurried home to pose the sage's question to his wife and children. To his absolute horror, they looked away, stating they would enjoy his provisions, but never his spiritual debt. The realization struck like a thunderbolt, shattering his world and revealing the lonely path of his own karma. Distraught and broken, he ran back to the woods and collapsed at the feet of Narada Muni, begging for a way to cleanse his stained soul. The sage saw the sincerity in the robber's tears and offered a sacred word for him to chant. However, Ratnakara's tongue was so heavy with past transgressions that he could not even speak the name of Rama. Narada Muni smiled at the man's struggle and gave him a clever trick by asking him to chant the word Mara instead. By rapidly repeating the word for death, the sounds eventually spiraled together until they transformed into the holy name of Rama. Ratnakara sat beneath a massive banyan tree and entered a state of profound meditation that lasted for decades. He became so still that he forgot the world entirely, his body becoming a vessel for divine vibration. Time flowed like a river around him, and eventually, a massive ant hill began to grow over his motionless form. He was completely encased in the earth, hidden away as his spirit underwent a magnificent and silent metamorphosis. Many years later, Narada Muni returned to the forest and called out to the devotee hidden within the mound of earth. The ant hill cracked open with a burst of golden light, revealing a man who was no longer a hunter, but a luminous saint. Because he was reborn from a Valmika, the sage named him Valmiki, the father of all poets. His eyes now held the wisdom of the universe, and his heart was filled with a melody that would soon become the Ramayana. The former bandit had conquered his past and emerged as a beacon of hope for every soul seeking redemption. His journey proved that no matter how dark the beginning, the light of grace can rewrite any destiny.